Hi there, and welcome to this video on GCSE Biology for the AQA specification, focusing on the topic of communicable diseases and in particular bacterial diseases. I'm Shumina from StudyMind, where we help you revise GCSE Biology with our helpful video tutorials, tailored to your subject, your specification, and to you. If you're new here, make sure you click the subscribe button. Whilst you are watching, please leave any comments below if you're unsure about anything, and let us know if it's your first time watching our videos so we can send you our free revision materials. We also have helpful timestamps below for each part of the video to help guide you through the specification. So let's get started. Hello and welcome to tutorial 3 of 9 on communicable diseases, and today we're going to be looking at bacterial diseases. So, in the last lesson we had a quick look at 3 common viral diseases, and we had a look at their symptoms and also at how they're transmitted and how they can be prevented. So in a similar way we're going to have a look at these bacterial diseases. So the 2 that we're going to look at today are Salmonella and Gonorrhoea. So first off, Salmonella. Well, Salmonella is a bacterial pathogen. So remember, a pathogen is just a disease-causing agent, and they can be bacteria, viruses, or fungi. So this one is Salmonella is a bacterial pathogen, and it causes food poisoning. So the Salmonella bacteria itself is spread through eating contaminated food. So for example, chicken. And this often occurs in cases of unhygienic food preparation. And ultimately, this leads to food poisoning. So Salmonella can be prevented via vaccination programs, but vaccination of chickens, because chickens are the primary mode of spread of Salmonella. And vaccination forms a good way of preventing the spread of Salmonella because of this concept of herd immunity. And this concept states that if most chickens are vaccinated, then Salmonella is unlikely to spread amongst the population. And so that's because if you vaccinate your chickens, these vaccinated chickens are going to be unsusceptible to getting Salmonella. And it's only these 3 unvaccinated chickens that are going to be, susceptible. So this is this concept of herd immunity. And so that's just that the more chickens you vaccinate, the less likely that Salmonella will be to spread within the chicken population. So the symptoms of Salmonella are due to the toxins released by the bacteria itself. So it's the toxins that cause these symptoms, and they include fever, diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps. So just think of all the symptoms of what you would think you would have when you have food poisoning. So sometimes even in an exam, if you can't quite remember the symptoms, it's a good idea to just have a think and make an educated answer, in the sense that you know Salmonella causes food poisoning, so you can kind of infer what the subsequent symptoms will be. So next we're going to contrast this to the bacterial disease Gonorrhoea. So first off, Gonorrhoea is an STD, a sexually transmitted disease. So it's transmitted by sexual contact, and this causes the spread of bacteria. So contrast this to Salmonella, which we just looked at, which is acquired via food contamination. So the spread of gonorrhoea can be prevented using antibiotics, so not a vaccine in this case, note that, or just by using contraception during sex. Also, antibiotic-resistant strains of the bacteria have developed, and this has led to some issues regarding treatment or prevention by antibiotics. So as I said, the spread can be prevented using 2 methods, penicillin antibiotics or barrier contraception. But because of the emergence of antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria, we can actually no longer use penicillin antibiotics anymore. So the symptoms of gonorrhoea include pain during urination and also a fluid discharge from the vagina or the penis. So just a little tip here, we were just talking about antibiotic resistance in the sense that the development of resistance within gonorrhea bacteria has meant that we can no longer use penicillin antibiotics to treat it. So just a quick recap, that antibiotic resistance occurs due to natural selection. And remember, this is the idea of the survival of the fittest. This is what Charles Darwin came up with. And it's where a mutation in a particular bacterium may cause resistance to penicillin. And this is a completely random mutation that this particular bacterium has very luckily acquired. And this causes this particular bacterium to have a resistance to penicillin. So despite treatment with penicillin, the bacteria is more likely to survive and pass on its genes to the next generation, and therefore over time, this one resistance bacteria is going to increase in population, and therefore over time, the gonorrhea bacteria population as a whole will have this resistance mutation, and therefore we can no longer use penicillin to treat it. And just another tip here is to learn all the symptoms of the diseases, because they are easy one markers that will come up in your exam. So that's all for today. We just looked at 2 types of bacterial diseases, Salmonella and Gonorrhoea. Thank you very much, and I'll see you for the next session.
Thanks for watching this free video from StudyMind. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to catch our newest videos by clicking below, and leave a comment on a topic you'd like a video on. Click here to watch more videos in our series for GCSE Biology, or visit our website studymind.co.uk for free past paper compilations by topic and specification.